Hey everybody. So yesterday I did a shoot with LED lights. Now, I'm probably the biggest lighting snob in the world, which cost me money sometimes. And I've been using strobes since 1982, and I'm pretty good at them. But I really wanted to give LEDs a try. And I've used LEDs in the past, don't get me wrong. I like the Stella Pros, the CLX10 and the CLX 5000. But I don't use them that often, and when I do, it's in junction with flash. So to give it a fair shake, and like when I'm in the studio environment, I figured it would be easy with LEDs just to throw them up and use them. And I did. And I made two mistakes. First, I underestimated the power of the lights I got. Now, the LEDs that I got were the GVM 80S or D, or I don't know, they're 80 something. They're the little plastic ones with the Bowens mount. And I really underestimated the power of them. Years and years ago, I used a little $1,000 LED light, which probably put out 100 lumen, and it was, the cat's meow back then. But they sent me two of these lights, and I used them for an ad for them, and it was in Hollywood Magazine for videographers and for industry leaders in filmmaking. And it was just a fluke thing. It was, I was in the right place at the right time, and the photo came out beautiful, and it was a full page spread. And, it was a proud moment for me, but it was, these little LEDs, and they were hard to use. You could use a battery on them, and they did connect. So they were way ahead of their time. But anyway, so I did this shoot in the studio with these lights, and it went pretty well, except for I set my shutter speed at 100, so I had some camera shake in it because I figured, these aren't going to be bright enough, because I'm thinking past lights. And they're the 80s, and they put out, 150s and 300s now, so I'm thinking, well, the 80s have to be, crap compared to those. Yeah, just being honest. And, the modifying. And, I had this whole thing in my head where, I use flash, and they're so powerful, and I can control everything about them, and everything's right here at my fingertips, and not thinking that, these are going to do the same thing, except they're just constant. And then I was worried about the blinding, and I have this on almost full power now, because I just wanted to see what it was like for the video as well. But man, they don't have to be used at full power half the time. You can take them down. Shocking. And then, I threw in a speed light every now and then, because I use fog on the shoot, because I had cheerleaders to shoot, and their thing was smoke is the name of their thing, so I figured I'll put the fog machine in for the smoke and match it up to their squad name. But then I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to use a second LED because it's not going to give me that look that I want, that I can get from a strobe, only because I'm used to strobes, and I was an idiot. Because I just didn't think these would have the power. So the build off these GVMs, I'm not doing a review on GVMs, don't think that. But the color quality, I don't know how it is on video because I don't do color on video, I just turn it on. But the color quality in my stills was actually really, really good. They have a 97 CRI or something like that, which it works. They are powerful. I just used a straight softbox on these, and I used bare on the other one, which I'm using now. This one in the back is bare, and this one has a softbox on it. But even before I did this shoot, I ordered another one. I ordered a 200 that they have, a GVM 200D or something, because I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to try this video and it's going to suck because it's not going to be powerful enough. So I just better order the 200. But these two were, and I think I got both of them for $129 as a kit or something. They didn't come with stands or anything like that. They just came with the lights. But $129 for two lights was pretty good. I liked them so much in the shoot that I actually am happy that I got the 200 because I want to see what that does in a large, I'm going to actually put it in large umbrellas and see how it does. for more of a daylight look inside, and get rid of that blue cast on my window. And then I'm going to order 2 panels because I want to try and experiment with the colors. Because I'm thinking, you know, their panels got really good reviews, and they have a bigger panel with RGB on it. And even saying that makes me a little nauseous, but it's just because I'm a snob. So, you know, the next shoot I'm going to do 100% LED. You know, a lot of the shots I'm going to show you in the shoot coming up were all LED, don't get me wrong, but there was just a couple that I threw in that strobe again for background and for fog and stuff like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the shoot. I'm pretty impressed with the GVM lights. They're plastic, but I'm never taking them out of the studio. It's not like I'm going to take them around, so I don't care. They're on a stand. Nothing's going to happen to them. So, you know, do I need that, you know, metal body and all? So far, no. So I can't tell you how great these lights are because, you know, literally I've had them for 2 days. So, you know, how they hold up, who knows? But, you know, what can go wrong with them? They're just sitting on a stand. So anyway, I'm going to show you the shoot that I did with them and some of the photos from it. And I'll do another shoot. I promise I will just use straight LEDs. But man, if these come a long way, I'm actually impressed. So anyway, have a great day and enjoy the shoot. Hope you like it. If you have any questions, you know, leave them below. I'll be answering, I promise. And if I do miss somebody, I apologize. I sometimes miss them, but I will get to you eventually anyway. Anyway, enjoy the photo shoot. So this is basically it's a cheerleader shoot, but they did a couple outfits with their shoot, and there was 2 of them, but I'm only shooting the one. I'm only videoing the one. This young lady I've shot several times, and she's very stiff in front of the camera, so the constant banter is really necessary with her to loosen her up. And this is the first outfit she walked in with, and I'm just like, you know, leave that on, and I play with it so she loosens up, because it does take her a while to loosen up in front of the camera. So we talk about literally everything, you know, in between shots and while we're shooting, just to get her loose and relaxed and comfortable in front of the camera again, because she is stiff in front of the camera normally. Anyway, this the lighting was really great, considering, you know, I have a wide open window without the shade down, and, you know, I can produce that kind of drama type lighting with it, with the windows open. It's pretty impressive to me. And coming up, we're going to close the shade and, you know, really put these lights to the test and have fun with them. But I did go to strobe later on because, you know, I needed that background again, and I used fog, and that's coming up, but you'll see it. But I was using the Fuji XF 33mm for all of these shots, which is really great in the studio, because you can see my studio is kind of small, so that 33mm is absolutely perfect. I mean, if I go right to the door, I can get a full-length shot. But this is with that backlight with the strobe, and the front light is just the GVM 80 LED. Now here's where we added the fog, and I have the blue gel on the speed light, and there's the fog coming out. I took the blue gel off for this next shot, just so I can have, you know, a couple choices for her to choose from. The name of their squad is Smoke, so I figured it'd be kind of cool for the look for this shot. But definitely the LEDs, you know, the light quality out of them for post, it was great. It just produced some really beautiful tones on the skin. Now this is a shoot right after. I just wanted to give you a quick shot of what we did here. This was mostly, this was all LED, I believe. Yep, it was all LED. And I experimented more. I brought in a projector to put on the front of the LED and that kind of stuff, just to play with it. So I just threw a blue gel over the one light that's above her head, and that's just the standard reflector. It's just literally taped on there, or clipped on there. I have clips on it. And then I used the projector just to give that sliver of light across her eyes. Now I'm just using the projector for the spot in the back. And that aerosol can is, it's atmosphere in a can. I apologize. That stuff is great in a pinch, because my fog machine broke right after that last girl. So I literally pulled out the atmosphere in a can and it worked great. Anyway, that's the shoot. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh wait, this is the last part. I used mirrors, well, a mirror. They use it in Hollywood, and I just really like to try it. The issue with it is this specific type of mirror is extremely expensive. I think that was $199 for that little tiny mirror and that clamp. But it produced some really cool looks with the photos. And the nice part about it is if you have 1 or 2 or 3 of the mirrors, you can actually use one light and do a whole bunch of photos. So it's kind of neat. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this shoot. And I'm doing one more LED shoot coming up, and I'll post that soon, where I use panels along with the regular LEDs.